My association with Lausanne starts in 1966 when I was a doctoral student in Spain, and I attended the Berlin Congress on Evangelism. I was asked to write a paper about totalitarianism as an obstacle to the gospel. And I wrote about totalitarianism of the right. Most of the papers were about totalitarianism of the left. And my paper was well received by the people who were there. And for me, it was an immersion into what God was doing in the world through evangelism and mission. I think that the 4 Bible expositions by John Stott were key for the rediscovery of the Great Commission with a holistic approach. One thing that John Stott did was that he emphasized John's version of the Great Commission, in which Jesus says, "As the Father sent me, so I send you." So we don't only have a command, but we have a style of doing mission work like Jesus. And we took from that and we connected because we had been reflecting about that in our own work in Latin America of evangelism among students. So I was also called to take part in the program committee of Lausanne 74. At that time I was the general director of InterVarsity in Canada, and I took part in the process of making up the program of Lausanne. And we learned lessons from what had taken place after Berlin in different parts of the world, including the Bogota Conference in 1969 in Latin America. So in a way, I would say Lausanne was a process that started with Graham's career, and then with that, the magazine Christianity Today, in which evangelism and theology were put together. And 10 years after, in '66, to celebrate 10 years of Christianity Today, we had the Congress of Berlin. But one of the things that was discovered in Berlin, for instance, was that the Pentecostal movement had grown significantly around the world, and that there was a global church. And that was expressed in Lausanne 74, in the fact that the concern for missions was not just a monologue of the Western Church, but it became a dialogue with churches in other parts of the world. And I think that is what is new, that is what is very important in Lausanne, that there was an awareness of the global church and an openness to reflect on the mission of the church, listening to the voices that were coming from different parts of the world, which were the fruit of the evangelical mission work of the previous decades. So I am excited about Lausanne 3 in Cape Town, because it's part of this long process. We also had Lausanne 2 in Manila in the Philippines, and there was more reflection, though the basic document, the Covenant of Lausanne, was used, but the basic theological and missiological lessons are still there, and they are very valid for the next stage, for what comes after Lausanne 3. So I am very glad to see that there is a new generation of practitioners who also think their faith within the frame of the Lausanne Covenant. And that creates a continuity, which I think is the promise of good things to come as we face the new challenges of the 21st century.